Week number 4 in this 10-week series, Becoming Like Jesus. Remember, group leaders, spend some time in relationship, spend some time in discipleship. We want to do both of those things really well in group. And if we can split them 50-50, great, but let's make sure we're spending time doing both. The topic for week 4 is, how do you think about Jesus? The passage of 2 Corinthians 5:16 says, "So we have stopped evaluating others from a human point of view. At one time we thought of Jesus merely from a human point of view. How differently we know him now." Group leader application is, talk about a time when you realized you needed to view Jesus differently. Maybe because you grew up in church, you just didn't know how important Jesus really was. It's all you ever knew. Talk about the benefits of how to better your relationship with God is due to viewing him differently. Man, we have to view Jesus differently if we're going to value him more than the rest of humanity. Talk about that. Talk about how you do that practically as a leader. Discussion questions would be, why would we view Jesus as anything more than just human? So it's asking a question in light to make them think of specific examples that they can use in order to remind themselves why Jesus is more than just a human. More than human. Sorry, forget that. Why did Jesus do that? What Jesus did allows us to view him as more than just a human. The death, the burial, and the resurrection, the fact that he's still alive today, talking about that is incredibly important for students to have practical examples of why Jesus is more than just human. He's God in flesh. The application is to ask yourself the question, what do I think about Jesus? Take some time to think about Jesus, and if you think of him as just some guy or as your Lord and Savior. This is important. We want to have students asking these questions and dialoguing with you and each other about how big they view Jesus as. The closing statement, where we're going to land the plane, is how we think about Jesus determines how we interact with him. If we want to become more like Jesus, we must have a proper understanding of who he is.